deal with these mushrooms. Mushrooms you take in center stage. These are honey mushrooms. That's what they are. Whoops.
On my chin, and I like the mood I'm in, while I while away the time of day to be a Christian island. Tall and strong, she dips and reels, all her silver heels. She tells me how she feels. She's a good old boat and she'll stay afloat through the toughest gales and keep smiling. But for one more day she'd like to stay and be a Christian island. And I'm sailing down the summer day, the fish and seagulls play, I put my troubles all away. When the gale comes up, I'll fill my cup, the whiskey of the Highland. She's a good old ship and she'll make the trip from the lee of Christian Island.
You don't need to become a biochemist, but you can certainly study it. It'll help you understand more. Whoever sent the finger hearts, thank you very much. Is it Ash the Fungi? Are you still here? Yeah, so I'm gonna cut up these honey mushrooms and then boil them. That's what's happening.
I sing for her a song, and she leans into the wind. She's a good old boat and she'll stay afloat through the toughest gales and keep smiling. When the summer ends, we'll rest again and be a Christian island.
Honey mushrooms are in. Honey mushrooms, that's what they are. It's literally the name of the live. So I'm going to bring them up to a boil and boil them because gets rid of the sliminess, and then I can cook them down and make them nice and brown without any of that sliminess. So that's what I'm doing. And if you are enjoying the music, those are the musical stylings of my parents in the background. Alrighty. These are honey mushrooms, not shiitakes. Armillaria is the Latin name for honey mushrooms. They're parasitic mushrooms that kill trees. So I picked a whole bunch of them without feeling bad about it. They do kind of look like shiitake though, but these are lots more slippery and less savory. But a little bit more like buttery and slippery. Lack of a better word, they're slippery. Yeah, honey mushrooms are pretty good. I'm gonna put them on pizza, I think.
Cast her loving spell on me. This is the day that quickly lies. When the hills fall down to different shades, see the swallows fly to a hidden beach where boats can't go and mountain rivers overflow. I hear the squealing of the seagulls as all loving spell on me. Across the seven oceans, evermore of wonder. For she has cast her loving spell on me. This is the day the fisherman lies, and so do I. When the rain puts a shadow just like the sky, hear the curlews cry, and the nightingale sings her best, or drink of wine.
Shh, I've been quiet. Nice. Well done. Sounds like you guys have sung together before. Maybe, just possibly. Cool. Wow, those have gotten so foamy. I'm trying to heat down a little bit. But all that slimy foam is protein. And it's slimy foam that I'm cooking out of these mushrooms, which is good. Because these mushrooms would otherwise, I'd be eating all that slimy foam, and that's why sometimes people get tummy upsetness from honey mushrooms. But if you boil them, then they're good. Would I drink the water? Probably not. It's a honey mushroom, Armillaria. I got a couple of onions working over here. I'm going to make some marinara sauce. Oh, Sharon, thank you. Appreciate that. How would I let them boil? They probably only need about 5 minutes, but I'm just going to let them rock for a little bit here. And then I'll strain them off and cook them in a pan.
Come all the way from
Thanks, Sharon. Happy holidays to you, too. Also, if anyone wants to wish me a Merry Christmas, feel free to do so. Happy holidays is a great inclusive term, but I do celebrate Christmas. Not for any religious reasons, just secular Santa stuff, you know, so feel free to wish me a Merry Christmas. Onions are starting to look pretty good. Tomato sauce goes in with the onions. Just cook that down for a bit. Okay, we're about ready to drain these honeys off and start sauteing them. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat off on this, let it cool down for a sec. Have a sip of beer. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna dump out the honey mushrooms now that they're cooled down a little bit. Here's my marinara. I'm eventually gonna be making some pizza. Whether or not I stream all that, we'll see. Do they have healing properties? That's up to you. Most mushrooms are medicinal to some degree. So I'm going to cook the water out of them, and then I'll add some oil and butter and start browning them up a little bit. Just add a nice pinch of salt there. So you see how they're pretty wet? I'm going to get them kind of dry, and once they're dry I'll add some oil.
everything that you are. If you do with your family, soon it's down to your soul. Well, I've been where you're hanging, I think I can see how beside him, I made my I touched both their eyes, they touched both my eyes, and I touched the dew on their head. If your life is to leave, but the seasons are often they touch both my eyes and
Okay, so they're starting to cook off most of the water. Starting to get a little sticky here. That means it's time for butter.
Don't turn on the light, you can read their fire. And it won't make me jealous if I hear that
This big piece of thyme and garlic down in there should be great. Your voice sounds good, Dad. I've definitely thought about voice lessons. I'd like to be able to actually sing.
I think the bigger challenge for me is not just volume, it's matching tone, because I'm effectively tone deaf. Yeah, it's the practice part that I could not
Well, you sound good.
oh, that's
They are honey mushrooms. You got it, Tarson. Nick, you shouldn't be freaked out by fungi. They're a whole kingdom of life. They're different from plants or animals, and they're pretty awesome. I think they're amazing food, full of lots of good dietary fiber, which is something we do not get enough of. Mushrooms can also take quite a bit of salt, kind of like a potato. You want more salt to cook your mushrooms than you would for most food. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I used unsalted butter. That's part of it. So normally I'd expect to get a little bit more salt from my butter, but my butter was just fat. So there's a little bit of garlic and some thyme and a tiny bit of rosemary in here too. So I'm just cooking these up to put them on a pizza, but a nice little bit of browning on them will make them taste better. So just slowly develop that without burning the butter, doing anything silly. You know, Shankland Road. I'll decide when they're done. But I'm going to put some more color on them first. Hello, Kaylee. How you doing? I wouldn't fry mushrooms straight up in a fryer. I'd probably batter them first, because mushrooms can absorb a lot of oil. You're doing fung-tastic. Fungi-tastic? Either way. Good way. Way to go. No worries, Sharon. It's not exactly like a nail-biting, you know, tension, high-tension kind of thing here. I'm just cooking some mushrooms. I could always post this later on YouTube. Actually, if you guys haven't watched it, I just today posted like a 10-minute kind of adventure-style content video on YouTube. The kind of thing that people have been asking me to do for years. So, if you don't follow my YouTube, please go check it out. I have more cooking content on there, too. What's the first mushroom you foraged and ate? The first one I foraged and ate as a kid was a big puffball, but the one I foraged and ate as an adult was something called Cyclocybe parasitica. It's kind of like a piapini mushroom. It grows in New Zealand. I'm doing fine. Just getting dinner ready for my folks and I. They're visiting in from Massachusetts. It's nice to have some company. You want to give these a sniff, huh? Honey mushrooms are prone to being kind of goopy, so...
Yeah, that smells good.
Yeah, it's got the butter and the garlic and the thyme in there now, so it's starting to smell pretty good. I'm going to deglaze with a tiny bit of sherry, too, because sherry is awesome. Actually... Here's some sherry, the good stuff. Yes, of course I've seen Fantastic Fungi. I watched it the first time like 3 years ago with Paul Stamets.
This is early on.
It will fluidize. It will do its thing. It's fine. Okay, so there's my marinara for my pizza. I might even blend it so it's nice and smooth. But low moisture, that's the important part. So Fantastic Fungi it's problematic as an educational thing. It's a good piece of art, and there's a little bit of interesting social commentary in that all of Fantastic Fungi is basically, there's about 20 minutes of great time-lapse footage, and then there's like an hour and 10 minutes of psychobabble, and it's kind of like an infomercial for Paul Stamets supplements and for psychedelics, which is fine, but it is kind of a disservice to the mushroom community as a whole, because it doesn't really discuss any actual ecology, biology, chemistry of fungi, or the community around them. And so Fantastic Fungi for me is kind of a problematic movie because it's been used to make a lot of money for very few people, but has not done much to advance the field or the community. And I'm glad that it's brought some awareness to mushrooms, but I think the way that it brought awareness to mushrooms is inherently flawed, and I am attempting to do better through my social media and the way that I make media. So like I said, I put out a cool little video on YouTube today, and I would really appreciate if you guys would go give it a watch and follow me on YouTube, because I'm putting stuff on YouTube that's not on Instagram or TikTok. There's a movie out there called Super Fungi. It used to be on Amazon. I don't know what it's on now, but that was a much better documentary about mushrooms and about the way that mushrooms work in the environment. There's not quite as much cool time lapse, so there is some cool, very cool time lapse in that movie, and I really like that one. Okay, so I just turned the heat off on these guys, fried them till they're not slimy anymore. Yeah, I like honeys before they open too, but this is what I found, so that's why I boiled them, and then slow cooked them here in some butter and garlic and thyme, and deglazed a little bit of sherry. Hey, Stale Champagne, how you doing? Okay, do you guys want to see me make pizza? I guess I could make some pizza. Time to go chaga hunting. Alright. Yeah, you're up in, was it Minnesota, Michigan? You're somewhere cold. You're in a blizzard. Yeah, yeah, that sucks for you guys. Sorry. It's finally starting to warm up. It's been really cold here in Napa the last week or two, so it hasn't been as many mushrooms. It was wet, but then it got really cold. And now the rest of the country is in a giant blizzard, so my apologies. My parents just got out here from Massachusetts, and I'm very glad they were able to make it before they got stuck in the snow. Oh man, 10 below. Normally I go to Canada for Christmas, and I'll be honest, it's nice that it's not freezing here. Oops. Oh, Christ. I'm gonna make pizza the lazy way. Hopefully you're okay with that.
Anything's fine, Gord. Do you want some help, or are you okay?
No, I'm good. I got it. You're doing great. Just keep playing music. You are my background music for TikTok right now. Okay. Fantastic.
Gord, did you have more of those batteries?
I think so. Is it as long as it's the right? Were there two of those things?
Down the bottom drawer, I think you-
Yeah, no, I know where they're. There's two of them. Question mark.
No, just one.
Then what happened to the one you used?
It's a different tuner.
Oh,
This one was on the base.
that's why I was asking. There's 2 tuners? Question mark.
There's 2 tuners.
Okay, that was my question.
Oh,
and you
I
said
thought
no.
meant,
So.
Did I mean 2?
No, I asked, are there 2 tuners? Because I thought you had just replaced the batteries on one of them. Okay, well that makes sense because you probably haven't used them since
Yeah.
you bought them in 2019.
Some
So,
more batteries, though.
sure.
I should get some more batteries. I've said to look for those in the store.
I can just order them off Amazon. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
That's where I got them in the first
Just
place.
don't let you run out.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
They're all over the place. They sell these in Walgreens.
I know.
Okay, well I got them off Amazon.
I
So.
was I could have gone to Costco or somewhere probably, or almost any store. Well, not every store.
Or Target. Yeah, either way.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Except not anywhere.
All the pharmacies have
Pretty much standardized.
except that they're sold out this time of year. That's the catch.
Yeah.
I went in and all the some stores like all the double A's are gone, all of the 2032s were gone, which is very impressive. People buying things for Christmas toys and
Well, it's the time of year that you open up all those little fiddly things and find out the battery died. My scale's been telling me for like a year and a half that it's low on batteries, but every time I like step on it again, then it turns on. So seems to work all right.
Damn child secure things.
Mom,
are
here,
also
just
seen-
I got it. Give it to me. I got a knife. Oh, you opened it.
No.
Oh, I see.
No, I didn't.
It's got the thing.
It's got a thing.
Okay. Here.
I can't get any. You know,
I know. We are monkeys. We can use tools.
Yes.
Don't drive yourself crazy. Just use tools. Packaging is particularly
Not senior friendly.
well. It's not person friendly. You know. Who designed this?
Yeah.
Someone who didn't like other people? Probably.
Yeah, I don't understand why there wasn't a major class action suit from the AARP on all of this stuff. You know, the headlights that blind you, the packaging. I can't even open a bottle of water these days.
There's a guy on TikTok named Hank Green who does a lot of sort of science communication stuff, and I think he's like a late 40s dad in Montana.
Yeah.
He does a lot of sort of silly things, but he had one video that was just like it was like 8 seconds long. He was like, "Things keep changing. I wish they would stop. I'm so tired."
Yeah.
And I was like, that's aging in a nutshell, right? Things keep changing. I wish they would stop. I'm so tired.
Yeah. And he's 40.
He's like 48, something like that. Hank Green and his brother John they made like a whole YouTube empire out of doing science communication. They're very impressive. I think John Green is a pretty well known author, and I don't totally know what Hank made his cut his teeth doing, but he does a lot of stuff on TikTok. I mean, most of it's pretty silly, but he's kind of the guy that whenever there's some science mystery on TikTok or someone posts something that no one understands, they tag Hank and he, weighs in with some level of expertise, or at least, usually a rational explanation, which is better than when there's a lot of kind of clickbait, semi-conspiracy theory type stuff on TikTok, and they can be really damaging because that's a bunch of 13-year-olds, and they can't differentiate between what's real information and what's fake. So it's nice to have someone like Hank Green who's kind of a champion for, reasonable stuff.
just a lad I was at 13 years. My father passed away. Had to take a job. Lad I was at 13 years. My father passed away. Had to take a job as deckhand on the Molly May. And the time I spent one summer past turned into 50 years. And the sound she made as she broke the waves, the rings within my ears. She was passed to me when I was 23. Captain Mills went round the bend. Saw a forerunner on the dock one night. Never sailed again. Superstition be damned, I sailed her proud, fair maiden of the sea. There never was another like her, nor one her but me.
How do you guys feel about anchovies?
And I saw the time with me in my prime. No man could be my equal. Through the eye of a needle-eyed sailor any day. And when I grew older, I couldn't hold her. My courage slipped away. And I put a young boy from Canso to wield the maul he made. Oh, the years went by and the tails ran high of the catches we brought in. There were times I thought we'd sink her, but her spirit would not give in. Words are broken and souls are broken and the bottle shattered mine. I could see that she'd have lived me, I'd have win the war of time. But I saw the days with the devil ways, no man could be my equal. To the eye of an eagle-eyed sailor any day. And when I grew older, I couldn't hold her, my courage slipped away. And for the young boy from Canso, the heel of the mall. I was there to see her sail away on the cold summer waves. The Canso boy never seen the lights of the southeast wind and waves. The harbor mouth he drifted south right into Lighthouse Rock. And he snatched her keel and he made her love while I watched from the dock. And I saw the time of me in my prime. No man could be my equal. The eye of a needle-eyed sailor any day. When I grew older, I couldn't hold her. My spirit slipped away. The young boy from Canso, who healed them all daily. And there'll never be another. The lights of the mall.
Kind of a sad song. Guy watches someone else smash his boat on the rocks.
And I wish that I'd gone down, boys, at the wheel of the mall. That's by a Canadian songwriter called J.P. Cormier.
I like that. I like that one. I haven't heard you do that one before. That's cool. I like that song too. Just kind of an interesting sort of sad, somber, but also very sort of inspiring
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Something.
It's quite a story song.
Anchovies. Do you guys have thoughts on anchovies?
Oh.
Yes. Yes. No. Maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Great. Just checking.
Yeah.
I know the answer is probably yes, but just making sure. How do you prefer to store fungi? In a paper bag in the fridge? Or in a plastic container once I've cooked them? Neil Young vibes. Oh, there's my dad. Here's my mom. That's what they're doing. I'm cooking over here.
There's good there in the fall. Got some friends that I can go to work and for. But I will. I sent you down the fair, but by then it would be winter, not too much for you to do. And those winds, they sure blow cold away out there. For strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high, those things that don't change come what may. But our good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. Sometimes it flickers, sometimes it flickers, some days it goes, some days it flickers, some days it goes out. This little light, my faith and my doubt, shows me a path, does this light of mine. Still I get lost, and some days it don't shine. But the light will shine on all of us, not just for the few. Take me, darling, take me where the grass grows green, and I'll walk another mile with you. Blue sky and sunshine, our way becomes clear. We stop and give thanks, understand that we're here. Some days there's no dawn and the night never leaves. We wait for the blue sky, but we travel in grief. But the light will shine for all of us, not just for the few. Take me, darling, take me where the grass grows green, and I'll walk another mile with you. This light's not mine, this light's not yours. This light is brightest, this light is ours. You're in the dark and the light's breaking through. That sense that just maybe that's us holding you. And the light will shine on all of us, not just for the few. Take me, darling, take me where the grass grows green, and I'll walk another mile with you. And the light will shine on all of us, and not just for the few. Take me, darling, take me where the grass grows green, and I'll walk another mile with you. And I'll walk another mile with you. And I'll walk another mile.
This guitar has a built-in tuner.
Really?
The bass?
Wow.
It does.
just a pure base.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian bought that. He knows what he's doing.
Well, anyhow.
What am I doing? Something else.
At the moment,
Chili
both of the
flake.
batteries
That's
have
what I
been
need.
adjusted.
Chili flake.
So you're supposed to dispose of lithium batteries responsibly. Or
Okay.
something. Do you have a is there a recycling?
I do not have a lithium battery recycling receptacle. You can put it in with my other batteries.
Okay.
Out of sight, out of mind, until they create some sort of toxic waste pile.
Yeah, or
Something
until
like
they
that.
catch fire.
Did they catch fire? Is that a thing? Batteries?
Yeah, lithium batteries.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's why
Great.
there's.
That's why there's special
they're
like.
making a big fuss about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's
Okay. There's a nice soft blitzed marinara. It's just garden tomatoes and onions, some garlic, bay leaf.
Wow.
Pew Pew, you can ask me any question you want. If it's about magic mushrooms, I cannot answer it. If you would like to know about that kind of mushroom, you can check out episode 7 of my podcast or episode 20. Oh, did you touch, you touched Grogu! Baby Yoda! Yeah, that he's on a setting, he doesn't do much right now. I can put him on a more dynamic setting where he'll do more. Oh, you weren't intentionally trying to touch Grogu. Okay, that was an unintentional activation. How could I resist not owning a Baby Yoda? I mean... You don't know what would compel me in the first place to own a Baby Yoda, huh? You ever watch The Mandalorian? Mandalorian's pretty darn good. In terms of Star Wars stuff, they did a good job. They did do a good job. Okay. Almost there. We're getting there. Oops. Have you guys had bagna cauda recently? Or tried bagna cauda? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's a classic Italian dip, and usually it's served hot, kind of in a little, like, there's a candle underneath. It's almost like a fondue kind of thing.
What's it called?
Bagna cauda?
Oh, bagna cauda.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I was gonna say, you must have had it somewhere.
I've had it.
You've had it. It's literally just
It's-
butter. It's olive oil, butter, garlic, and anchovies.
Seriously heavy on
Yeah.
garlic.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, I had it recently at a Ted and Gabrielle's house, and it was fantastic. Someone who'd been like a Michelin star chef just showed up and like brought a whole, because they'd done like, they brought a whole, crudité, endive and all, to the nines kind of thing. And I was just opening this entire package of anchovies, and I saw a recipe on TikTok the other day for bagna cauda, and it was it's like an entire head of garlic, an entire package of anchovies, and an entire stick of butter, and like a cup of olive oil, and
yeah,
I was like, all right, that's why that tastes like the way it does.
it's pretty insane.
Yeah.
You eat a lot of it, you get a stomachache.
Well, not everyone is sensitive to garlic in the way that you are, Mom, but
Yeah, well. Hey,
Yeah, well.
This was in my youth.
Ah, in your youth. Okay. Gotcha. Well, I'm not putting the entire thing of anchovies on here. I'm going somewhat reasonable. And I'm cutting them up so they won't. Huh? Oh yeah. No, I'm not. It's not a ton of garlic in here. There's a few cloves and the mushrooms and the other stuff, but it's not much.
Oh, the night was clear and the stars were shining, and the moon came up, so quiet in the sky, and the people gathered round,
Honey mushrooms.
and the bands were tuned.
Oh, thanks, C.
I can hear
Appreciate it.
them now.
Say, I'm putting some honey mushrooms on the pizza. Put it on the pizza. Thanks, Sharon.
And you look so lovely, just a gentle flower of a small town girl. You took my hand and we danced to the music with a single smile. Turn slow this down. You became my world. Turn to slow it down just a little bit. And we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their drifting tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, I can still remember. We fell in love at the Roseville Fair. We courted well. I forget all kinds of stuff.
Are you in the same key as you?
Yeah, it's the usual. We courted well, and we courted dearly, and we'd sit for hours on the front porch chair. And a year went by from the time that I met you, and I made you mine.
Okay, I have all these honey mushrooms left over, but the pizza is pretty much ready.
And we danced
So.
all night to the fiddle and the
Looks pretty good, eh?
banjo. Seemed to fill the air. So long ago, I still remember when we fell in love with the Roseville Fair. So here's a song for the lovers. Here's a tune they can share.
Cool.
They dance all night.
Sharon, that's very nice to hear.
Yeah. Sorry. It's not
Here's a song
Anyhow,
for all of the
there's my parents singing back there. Thanks for tuning in. Go check out my YouTube. I posted a new video today, sort of adventure style content. It's exciting. Please subscribe to my YouTube. And if you want to learn other stuff from me, check out the FAQ page on my website or click the link in my bio here on TikTok. I'm going to be out mushroom hunting. I don't know if it'll be live streaming or not.
they are sweet. I'm happy to spend some time with them. So, anyhow, wishing you all a happy Hanukkah, a Merry Christmas, happy holidays in general, whatever secular, non-secular thing you celebrate, solstice, all that jazz. I'm gonna go put a timer on for my pizza and hang out with my parents. So I'll see you later. Bye.
Right now, what I found was things
Oh,
I couldn't remember.
bye. Nope. Here we go. Bye.